Hello everyone and welcome to week 4 of the F1XL Podcast. Today I'm joined by Linds.
Hello everybody.
Bonta, or Bottas as he's now known.
Hello.
And hopefully Ash will be joining us soon. We're texting him at the moment, so if you might hear some messages coming through in the background. So yeah. How are you doing, guys?
Not bad.
All good, thank you very much.
Good. So the subjects on the agenda today are, let's find this, right. So Japan, let's start with the last race, Suzuka. How did your races go?
Bonner?
Oh, I'll start. Yeah, mine was rather disappointing, really. Had few incidents in the first few laps, which pretty much put me out of contention with every other driver. And I was about 30 seconds off the back car for the whole race. Luckily, disconnections did get me a point, though, so there was one upside.
Yeah, fair enough. What about yours? Yours was
my
interesting.
race went okay. I started off poorly. I think I ended up right at the back at one stage, but I managed to fight my way back. There was a Formula 5 thing about who would finish ahead of who between myself and Yujo.
Yep.
And I was desperately trying to get ahead of you all race, and there was at one point where I was ahead of you, trying to keep you behind me. But you ended up finishing ahead of me. I think I finished 6th place, which I was not too happy about, to be honest. I thought I could have done better, but
yeah. So you had a couple of leg spikes as well, didn't you? If I remember rightly, as well.
Yeah, I had one big leg spike, and then there was also some funny moment I had at Degner 1.
Yeah.
I ended up hitting the Degner funny, and it kind of sent me off track and into the gravel, which allowed Matty through, but I managed to get back past him later, so not too bad.
I had a few lag issues as well, so I think I could have been higher up than I was, but I'm happy I scored some points. As it's just said to me, get as many points
scored
as you
more
can.
than just a few.
Sorry?
You came 5th. There's more than a few points.
That's all right. I say I'm still searching for the podium for this season. Hopefully it will come about at some point, but if it doesn't, then it's not the end of the world. It's only a game. Well, I say that I'll probably end up raging at the end of the season if I don't get one, but yeah. Only kidding. Did anyone crash out in Japan? I think someone did, because obviously the safety cars.
I know Fruit Loops did destroy his vehicle, but me and Fruit Loops came together on the Degner corners. I went off wide into the gravel and it spat me straight back in front of him. I know he lost his front wing. He went to pits, and his pit crew very cleverly decided he didn't need a new front wing, even though he actually didn't have one. So I believe he crashed out on his lap going back into the pits again.
Yeah.
So that was unfortunate for him. And that was the only crash out that I know of.
So I think a lot of people were expecting Fruit Loops to come back after his 4 or 5 week absence and just steal the show again. But he was saying to me midweek that he wasn't feeling confident, and that was kind of reflected in the race, unfortunately for him. But hopefully he'll do well this weekend in Abu Dhabi if he's racing. I think he is, but
he normally is 3 on.
We'll get onto that. But yeah, so what are the results? Clarkey won, which was is that his first victory of the season? I think it is.
His first, yeah.
Yeah, it was. Yep.
Yeah, I say that's been a long time coming, but
it's not bad. You think he was in the League 2 last year? It gives a lot of hope to the League 2 drivers that'll be coming up next season.
Zygon.
Yeah,
I think Zygon will get a few wins.
For Zygon, who comes up.
Zygon has a lot of League 2 drivers now.
I think Zygon will get a few poles.
No, he'll win races, Bonner.
I don't know.
He will win races. I'll be surprised if he doesn't, put it that way. But unless he has the same problem as me, it's second full season. It just sucks, basically.
Where's Zygon going to end up, though? Because I'm quite sure there'll be a few teams after him.
He'll stick with Williams, I would have thought.
I think so.
I don't know.
Well, I don't think anyone's really looked at that, because I know a few teams, obviously we're going to be talking about it later, have announced some drivers. Yep. I think a few team owners may have overlooked the fact Zygon's probably going to be promoted to League 1.
I think he will be, isn't he, Linz? Or is that not
decided? He's definitely going to be up.
Yeah. So there you go. So yeah, team owners who haven't yet signed, remember you've got Zygon there. But yeah, obviously we'll get onto season 5 team owners towards the end of the podcast, because that's obviously not Japan based. But so in second we had Speed, who once again had a good run at things. Second place for him. So
I love Speed's commentary, by the way. Bota. I said I love Speed's commentary.
I haven't seen it yet, because he puts highlights up.
Yeah, but it's just every time he does a commentary, he's got a little special name for Bota, which I love.
So I haven't watched any of these, and now you've just told me that. I'm going to have to start watching them.
Yeah, I see him, but I'm like, I can't be bothered at the moment. So no offence to that, Speed, but sometimes I cannot be bothered to watch highlights of F1.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Same.
you seem to have an interesting race with Alex Speed. So and Alex came third. So yet again, showing that he's a fast driver in this season.
And that there are some down points to each race.
Awkward silence.
Yep. Sorry, I had to talk to someone else then. But yeah, so Alex finished in third. Who did we have in fourth?
Jam came fourth.
Jam off the podium again, but you know.
He went on his way to his consecutive title.
Yeah, Bonta, you were telling me earlier that Jam can win the title.
Yeah, I think he doesn't even need to win. I think he only needs a certain driver to win. Because anyone, I think like if Fruit Loops wins this weekend, I think he wins the title.
Really?
Because it's something like that. Because I think there's only like 150 points to play with.
Well, how many? So
if Fruit Loops,
1, 2, 3, 4,
6, 7,
300. No. 150. Yeah, 150.
150. So there's 150 points to play for. So if he doesn't, at the end of this race, there's going to be 125 to play for. So unless, I believe it's only Swain. Unless Swain, Matty or Alex win, the title's over. Jam wins.
Wow.
In my opinion, it's just a matter of time until Jam picks up the trophy, really.
Yeah, well, I would have thought the only way that he'll not win it now is if he doesn't turn up to the races or disconnects from every single one.
Yeah, but then he'll need one person to win every race. He would need either Matty, Swain, or to win every race.
So like those three. Well, it's pretty close at the top after Jam, because you've got Swain on 118, you've got Matty on 106, then Alex on 105, Clarkey and Bowie on 101, and then the gaps gradually get bigger after that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, there's like kind of little group battles going on. So you got Swain, Matty, Alex, and Clarkey and Bowie.
Then you've got Fruit Loops, Fossey,
and then you get Fruit Loops and Fossey in another. This is just looking at the moment. I mean, like, this will probably change at the end of the Abu Dhabi race, but then you've got me and Linds in another one.
Yeah.
And then the rest of the guys in.
Yeah, pretty much all within about 11 points then. I mean, it's definitely been close all the way down. I mean, it's just Jam's consistency that's just done him.
Mm. I
think we need to hatch a plan. I think because Jam's recently been he's recently got into a relationship, so we need to get his girlfriend to get her to organise things to do with him on the weekend or something.
Yes, come on, Jam's girlfriend.
Find out what day he can't race. He normally meets his girlfriend. They were changing race days.
Yes. Wait, has she got Twitter? Should we tweet her?
Yeah, she's got Twitter.
Just say, do you own a pair of handcuffs? We'll handcuff Jam or something.
So yeah, Jam probably winning the title this weekend, which is crazy. Doing a Vettel. So yeah, I'm just waiting for the results to come back up on the taskbar again. So we got Clarkey, Speed, Alex, Jam, me, then Linds. I'm trying to find someone who we can talk about. Oh, come on.
Matty? Matty comes next to Linds. Came right behind him.
Yes, 6th and 7th for Ferrari. Good points again for you guys, wasn't it, Linds?
It wasn't too bad at all.
Ferrari's upsurge carrying on.
Yeah.
We started off poorly.
What about in League 2? How did your boys get on there?
And Nick, I can't even remember where Nick and Justin finished. That's terrible. I've not even got the site open.
Oh God!
7th and 8th.
I can just sense when this podcast goes up that Taz is just going to say, "I told you so," because Taz has been saying to me the last couple of weeks, "You need to get some League 2 input on the podcast," which I agree with. So hopefully from next week that'll be happening. But
according to the stats, they finished 7th and 8th.
Oh, there
respectively. Nick coming ahead, Justin coming in 8th.
Yeah.
So it looks like it's just like a good point scoring position for both Ferraris, really.
Yeah.
All 4 Ferraris.
Yeah.
I'll see.
Wasn't too bad.
I think the League One individual title is like over. Jam's got that wrapped up. So same with League 2. I think Zygon is going to walk well.
I think it's going to be hard for someone to catch up to Zygon, really.
Yeah. I think the main battle at the moment is probably going to be in the overall standings between Red Bull and Lotus, maybe. So I don't think they're up to date, but currently we're 33 points behind.
Yeah,
33 points behind. So we need a good result for the last
it's
few
quite
races.
close, right down the bottom again.
Especially Jam and Clark in winning form.
Yeah, I fancy the Red Bulls now to pull away with that. If Jam and Clark are both going to be firing. I actually don't know their League 2 drivers.
They've got Crazy Dave and Storm.
Yeah, I haven't really.
I think
seen
they'll
much
do.
from Storm.
They'll do okay.
Dave won in Singapore, so
So they're definitely getting points. He came 4th in Japan.
Yeah.
So like I said, they're picking up good points.
Yeah, so it's just about picking up points, I think, for a lot of teams now, just to see where they can finish in the overall standings.
Yeah. Just looking at the fastest laps from League 2, Zygon was miles out ahead. At 1.2 seconds faster than the League 2 guys, and, if I'm not mistaken, he was about 7 tenths quicker than the fastest League 1 time in the race.
Yeah.
Bloody hell. That is quite quick.
That is quick, isn't it? Yeah.
I'm assuming his 35.6 must have been on primes. Because that was his qualifying time. He actually went a second faster in the race than he did in qualifying. So.
Yeah. Scary stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah. So, more after this, guys.
So just walking his thing. So, you want to cross the street, do you? You need to be careful when you're crossing the street. This is a safety video about crossing the street. When you're stood at the side of the road, you make sure that both sides of the road are clear. Then when they're both clear, you start to walk across the road in a nice, simple fashion. You do not run or you might get knocked over. You do not fall or you'll be...
Next on the agenda we have the 2010 race, Canada, which took place on Wednesday. So obviously we all took part in that, so we'll start with you again, Botner. How was your race?
It was appalling. I don't even remember what happened now. I know something happened, I ended up like miles back again. It's pretty much exactly what happened at Japan, except I decided to race the cars that came up to lap me.
Right. Okay.
Which I think that was it. JG span into the wall. And he then bounced off the wall into my path. And he literally missed the wall of champions, skid across the track, whacks off that wall, and I go round that, miss the wall of champions, smash straight into the back of him. And had to do a lap with a no front wing and a punctured front left. By the time I got round, again, I'm like so far at the back that I just was just driving for points.
Jimmy really doesn't have much luck at Canada on any game, does he? He was taken out by me last season. I can't remember what happened to him this season. And obviously that happened to you guys in flipping 2010.
He's had a bad week, hasn't he?
Yeah, yeah.
Lagged out of Japan and he crashes out at Canada.
Yeah, but I was just so far at the back. I think I ended up racing Fossum and Matty.
What? At the back?
I was a lap behind. I was a lap behind. But I think I pitted at the same time they did, so they came out ahead of me.
Yeah.
And I just kept catching back up to them. I had the pace, I just was a lap down, which was kind of infuriating.
Yeah, fair enough. What about you, Linds?
Well, it was quite straightforward, really.
Right.
I'm sure if you hadn't have lagged out, it would have been a bit tougher because you were in the lead, and then you seemed to be pulling quite a gap ahead of you.
I was flying at the start. I couldn't believe it. I was like in first. I was like, right, okay, now I can bring the pace down a little bit. I can just cruise along. And flipping, as soon as I do that, I can smash out on the Wall of Champions, and I'm like, crap. And then I get this most stupid corner, because on the 2010 game, for those of you who haven't played it, you get corner cutting penalties if you run wide on corners.
I learned that the hard way.
So I got a first penalty by doing that. But then I hit an invisible wall on the apex of turn 1, 2, 3 or 4. So that was my race over. And then I don't really know what happened after that. So then
I ended up winning by 29 seconds, I think.
Yeah,
pretty much Lynch just pulled away, and that was it.
Yeah,
no one saw him.
No one could catch him. So I think the 2010 race is we've said this before, that they're pretty much just a laugh, aren't they? Same goes for the 2013 league, but I think people take the 2013 one a little bit more seriously than they do with the classics.
Yeah.
Which you'd expect, really. I mean, the classics were just stuck up there, so we got something else to do during the week. Yeah.
So it's a good thing. I mean, we've had a lot of people drop out of it because they haven't been able to get on with the 2010 game, which, is understandable, but it's a shame.
You do spin out by a lot.
Yeah. So hopefully the next season of Classics, which I believe is going to be the 2011 game, but that's yet to be confirmed. So hopefully we'll have a few more people on that, as the majority of people who are in the 2010 league at the moment had to buy the game again, and I think a lot of people on the site still have the 2011 game. So
yeah,
I don't think that
should be fun.
Yeah. But anyway, so Canada was an interesting one for a lot of people. Linds won. Who finished second, by the way?
Jam.
Jam came second, then Fossey in third, with Matty in fourth. There was only 6 finishers. I came sixth.
Delta
was
finished. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
And
then it was me.
Alex would have finished 7th, but he got disqualified, so got chucked out.
Yeah.
All the way to the back. So it was you then, I believe. Was it Jimmy got the last point?
It could have been, yeah. I think so.
I'm trying to look on here. He hasn't got any points according to the standings, and Jam did those, so I don't know.
He's probably got him wrong then.
I'm flipping useless at this. I need to get all of this written down before.
To be fair, there is no race stats for this league. I'm just trying to
say, hopefully.
It might have been Dave. Crazy Dave might have got the point.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Dave. No, because Dave was leading in the early stages as well. He was another one who was leading and stuffed it.
Well, I'm just looking, what you got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That didn't work out. Who's missing out of that? Fossium. Joe. Who else turned up? I don't remember.
I can't remember.
We had 10 people turn up.
But yeah.
It was either Dave or Jimmy. Jimmy hasn't got any points, so I'm going to say Dave.
Yeah. Well, I think at the end of the day, the 2010 league is, I don't know, it's just something for everyone to do, and everyone's still doing it, so that's a good thing. I don't know how many races we've got left, but
who got pole in that race? It wasn't Matty, was it?
Yeah, it was Matty. Yep.
It was Matty.
Yeah.
So Matty's just
he was just like, I'm going to fail, and then he was just set pole by 2 seconds faster than everyone else.
Yeah, but to be fair, by the second corner he was 6th. So
yeah, but that's just typical Matty, isn't it?
Yeah.
So yeah. But yeah, anything you want to add, guys, about the 2010 race?
Not really. I don't even know where we're going next.
We've kind of left this recording to quite late in the week. We should try and get it done as soon as possible for the next time.
Yeah.
But that's for me to sort out. So yeah, we'll go on to the next thing. Abu Dhabi.
Abu Dhabi.
Yes.
Oh crikey, I hate that track.
And I think pretty much every single other person on the site does as well. Especially
I love
after
the track.
All-Star race. Okay, alright. Just disproving me then. Go on then, Bonto, we'll start with you again.
I just love it. I just absolutely love the track. I love the day-night aspect of it. I wasn't in the All-Star race, so I didn't get the joy of...
You didn't miss anything, don't worry.
All that fun and games that happened in there. But I'm not doing overly bad. I've only practiced today. I actually haven't gone round it yet. and I might not actually have a chance to go around until the actual race tomorrow. So I'm not looking too good in terms of finishing positions. Yeah, I mean, Swain looks very strong. It's the only driver I've seen so far in the practice tonight. He was miles out in the lead.
Yep.
Absolutely so far out in the lead that phenomenal.
Yeah. But Swain's always up there. And then come the race, either something happens to him or most of the time in Swain's races, either he does like really well and gets like podium nearly every race, or something happens to him. There's never like an in between, is there really with Swain?
The only thing I've noticed about Swain is if he's out, he can easily run away with a race. But if something happens to him at the beginning, he can't fight his way back through.
Yeah.
Which is something I know it happened at Britain. It happened at Silverstone, didn't it? Something happened at the beginning. He finished 12th. At the back of the grid, and that was it. No one heard from him.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's just bad at the track or...
It happened at Japan as well, didn't it? Because him and Alex got into a tussle, and then he just couldn't fight his way back.
I think he disconnected in the end.
Did he? I'm not sure.
If I remember right, Fossium disconnected. Because there was... How many drivers was there? There was 14 drivers that turned up. I know Jimmy obviously disconnected, Fruit Loops obviously disconnected, Fossium, and I believe Swain was the fourth that got me my 1 point.
I think Swain gave up. I think he was just so fed up with like his controller dying and that sort of thing. I think he just gave up.
Yeah. And obviously, I'd probably put him down as one of the favourites for the race, but you can't rule out Jam, who... I don't know... You can't even rule out Fruit Loops, really, because I believe he was winning the All-Star race, wasn't he? He won the All-Star race.
Yep.
So at the moment, you can put it between him.
It a race anyway.
Yeah.
Linds had the best All-Star race. Linds had a fantastic All-Star race, didn't you?
Oh, it was fantastic. I lasted 2 seconds.
Yeah, 2 seconds.
Oh, you missed a hilarious bit in practice today. It was probably the funniest moment I've ever seen on this game. Where I ended up pushing Tarzo up the main straight while he was going backwards. I think he must have reached about 160 miles an hour going backwards. I think Tarzo's tyres were slightly ruined after that.
Yeah, so are you feeling confident for Abu Dhabi, Linds?
Not really, to be honest. I've been trying out different things, like try to do manual gears and trying with traction fully off, but for traction fully off for me on that track is impossible. I can't control the power.
Yeah, I'm the same. It's weird. For some tracks, I can, and for some tracks I can't. So I end up like putting it back onto medium or full, which is kind of frustrating. But
yeah, I pretty much leave it on medium now. I don't think I've had it on full all season.
Yeah,
maybe the first 2 races or something like that, and I turned it off to medium. I think really for the win, I don't think you can look really past Swain, Fruit Loops or Jam. I know other people are going to have pace. You expect Matty to be up there. You expect Clarkey. You expect Alex to be somewhere. Maybe Lindsay. But I just don't think they're going to be able to deal with the Fruit Loops, Jam and Swain at this race. I think really that is your podium unless something happens.
Yeah. I think Swain could end up running away with it, to be honest. But who knows?
Yeah.
Hint for Tarzo, don't stick that in the Formula 5s.
He will, man. You do realise he will.
Who's going to be the podium for League One?
Yeah. I was like, yeah, then. Right, let's do that then.
32 questions, 32 answers of Jam, Fruit Loops and Swain.
Oh yeah, by the way, speaking of Formula 5s, I got 5 out of 5 last week.
Yeah, you did cheat.
Yeah, you cheating.
No, I didn't. How did I cheat?
I think technically I've actually been the closest to winning. Because if I remember rightly, 2 weeks ago at Britain, I got 3 out of 5, but the 2 I got wrong, Lindsay took speed on the line and I had speed to finish 4th. And in the other one, it was Dave and Taffman, and I think there was like 0.2 of a second between them, the wrong way. I thought, you're kidding. I lost it by like half a second.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Joe, you cheated. You put in your application after the race.
What are you talking? No, I didn't.
You did.
You did.
No, Taz didn't realise. I shouldn't have told him. Taz didn't realise that I had. So I was like, I got 5 out of 5, Taz. And he was like, oh yeah, so you did. He was like, oh, nice one, we got to get a prize for you now. I was like, nah, I'm only kidding. I should have kept going, but guilty conscience. But yeah.
I think someone would have picked out on it eventually.
Yeah, so someone will get 5 out of 5 eventually. So it's just a matter of when, really.
It all depends on the questions, really. I mean, some of the questions are quite tricky. Definitely, obviously, with there being no mixed practices, and sometimes results of practices don't get put up. If you get questions like who's going to be League 2 or League 1 pole position player, if you're in the other league, you just don't know. It's just a guess. You just pick a top driver.
Yeah. No, that's what I do. And also, Taz, you need to start rewording some of these questions because I don't know if you guys have picked up on the same thing. Right, for example, the Silverstone ones, one of the questions was, I can't remember what it was, like word for word, but both Fossey and I interpreted it as who will, like, come in between Dave and Taff, not who will win out of them, if that makes sense.
Right, okay, yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah, so it was just naturally me and Fossey who just said...
Oh, is that why you put, like, Goldie and...
Zygon, yeah. So...
Even little S.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's the reason why that happened. So Taz, come on, start rewording things properly. So people like me and Fossey understand them. So, yeah. But yeah, so going back to Abu Dhabi, guys, give us a top 3.
In order, or just any 3? In any order?
Any 3 or in any order, it's up to you.
Swain, Fruit Loops and Jam. In that order.
I'll say Swain, Jam and Alex, but I've got a feeling that Linders might be up there, because he was quick. He was looking quite quick in yesterday's practice. So I think Linders could break maybe into the top 5.
Yeah, fair enough. I'm going to say Jam to win, me in second, yep. And I've just had it in my head just now who finished third. Clarkey. And I think Clarkey will finish third. But I think there's a few people who will damage that. I think Swain probably will, but he's kind of not had the luck at the moment. Over the last couple of weeks, he's had poor finishes, so hopefully he'll be able to get back up there anyway. But yeah, I'm finishing second this weekend, guys, so watch out.
Nice. Your first podium.
And the last time I said this, I actually won. So, you know, because that was last season.
When was that? Monza?
No, that was Bahrain. Taz told me that Bowie wanted to win the race. He said Bowie is going to win this race. So I said no, I'm going to send it, and I sent him a message saying I'm winning this race, by the way, and I did. So hopefully it probably won't. I'll probably get like taken out of the first corner again. But yeah.
How's the sock, by the way, Joe?
Pardon?
How's the sock, by the way?
Oh, it's all right, I think. Yeah. By the way, guys, I can't remember if I was recording this at the start. I obviously wasn't, but I'm using...
He's got a smelly sock over his mic.
Yeah, I'm using a used sock.
He took it off his sock. He took it off his foot and just put it straight over it.
Yeah, and I'm using it as a pop shield on my mic, so hopefully the audio quality from me might be a bit better. But if it doesn't make a difference, then, you know, I say what I'll probably do... Actually, I'll do that right now. I'm going to take a picture so you guys can see, and I'll get Linds to edit it into the podcast.
What a picture of the sock. So, you're going to take a picture of a sock?
Yeah, right. It's going in right now. Okay, so if you're like listening to this on something, then...
If only people had smell-o-vision to get the full effect of it.
So...
I'm pretty sure you can imagine it, just lift your own foot up to you. Just like take your own sock off and go...
That's just like smelling roses for me, Bota.
Oh. So Joe, you was in the League 2 practice tonight, or the mixed practice with League 2 drivers.
It was mixed practice again, wasn't it? Can you hear me by the way? I'm kind of like really far away from my mic.
Yes, we can still hear you.
That's good.
So what do you think of the League 2 chances from what you've seen?
Jesus Christ.
I know Taffman set a blinding qualifying lap time. I think qualified third. I think it was a low 141, high 140s.
Yeah, so
most of the League 2 drivers shocked.
We can't really comment in on everyone in League 2, so I think we're
just going to be able to pick.
Let's do another top 3. I'll start. I'm going to go Taft to win, Zygon second, Taz third.
I'll say Zygon to win, Tuna second, and Nick third.
I mean, this is going to be completely unbiased, but I'm going to say Keith to win, Shockers to finish second, and I don't know, Taffman to finish third. So Mercedes 1-2 in League 2, I'm predicting.
I don't think Keith is racing.
He'll still win. Keith will find a way.
But yeah, Linds is doing something.
I don't know what Linds is doing.
That was the weirdest noise. But yeah, how long we got?
What was it? What happened?
I don't know.
It sounded like you was like opening a condom wrapper or something.
Yeah. You're doing some things, Linds, there. But yeah, right, we'll move on because we've been going for nearly 40 minutes. So yeah, moving on. Where's my flipping topic thing on? Right, here we go.
Where's my condom?
Season 5. Guys.
You're not using that over your mic, are you, Lindsay?
Oh my god.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Season 5 2 moans then.
You finished?
I'm good.
But yeah, I might try and call Ash to see if he picks up, and then we'll just like get him on the podcast through my phone. I don't think he'll pick up though. Should we try this? Should we try this?
Give it a go.
The quality of your mic's so good, that's really going to work.
Yeah, with the sock. Anything's possible.
Why don't you put the phone in the sock? That way it might really help the quality.
Nah.
No. Oh.
Right, here we go.
There's a signal noise.
Oh, yeah, I've had to say, like, Jesus Christ, I thought my signal's coming through on my phone. I don't even know what my phone is.
Oh, it's ringing.
Make sure you got it on loudspeaker.
Can you hear this, fella?
Yeah.
Welcome to the O2 messaging service.
God damn it.
Leave a message.
Your call. Please leave your message after the tone. To re-record your message, key hash at any time.
Hello, Ash. You are currently being recorded on the podcast. Can you call back? Thanks.
Ash.
No, wait. He probably won't be able to hear this. Could do that again.
Ash, you smelly cunt. Get back on here.
Oh.
Sorry, we'll need to bleep that out.
Yeah. Okay, I've just got a text. He's at the cinema. Yeah.
Oh dear.
Right.
So
okay.
Ash, I'm not gonna lie, I mean, Ash does sound quite a lot like the voicemail message woman from O2.
Oh, forgot about that. Right, yeah, that did not work. But yeah, so season 5, guys, team owners, where are we thinking people are going to go?
Well, I think Sweeney's going to go to Lotus.
Really?
So what teams have been announced so far? Lotus and McLaren.
I think Lotus actually announced Swain, didn't they?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Oh, so let me just load up the Lotus and McLaren players.
Lotus is exactly the same as it was last season, minus me. I'm being replaced by Swain.
Yeah. How do you feel about that?
Yeah. Must be heartbreaking, surely.
Yeah, it is. I cried for 4 hours straight the night that Taz told me. No. Taz and I had a good discussion about it. When he was saying, I'm planning to replace you with Swain, I was just like, don't worry about it, I'd fire myself to get Swain in. So, yeah, as people know this season, I do not like, I've expressed loads of times that I hate the Lotus car. I don't know what it is, but I think it's since this update came out at the beginning of the season. It's
the update that made them stop being super fast cars and just
pretty much
everyone else.
Pretty much.
You didn't like not having that advantage.
But yeah, it just doesn't feel as nice as other cars, probably because I don't like the look of it and that sort of thing. But yeah, at the end of the day, I wanted to stay anyway because I think it is the best team. It was the best team for this season.
I think it could be the best team next season. Really,
and it will be. I'll be surprised if it isn't, because Fossey will be. I think he'll be up there every single race again next season.
Yeah, unless there's going to be a super team made, which I don't think there can be with the way the season. Well, obviously, when I say super team, I mean
Jam and Swain type of thing.
Yeah, Jam and Swain. But obviously, if they're not going to happen, you can't have Jam and Fruit Loops because they're obviously team owners themselves. McLaren lineup, just to let you know, is League 2. They are staying with Gladiator and Oldale, and Linds has decided to drop Jimmy and pick up Clarkey. Obviously, depending on
budget,
finances and stuff.
Provisional team, yeah.
So what's going on with budget? Are we getting? I don't think we're getting the ones that people currently have, are we, Linds?
It's still in discussion. I think new owners will get the budget of what the owners got this season. So, sorry. The new owners will get probably a 100 million budget, but that's all still to be fully discussed.
Right. Okay.
I mean, one thing I think I don't remember who. I think it was Fruit Loops brought up saying, why shouldn't everyone just be classed as a free agent at the end of the season? Everyone gets the 100 million again, and you go again.
Yeah.
Because obviously you've had a few driver changes this year, which have only cost, obviously in the transfer end, I think it was only a few million plus a little bit more. And obviously if you've been a reserve driver, you can just move straight into a team. And you're going to have teams like Lotus. Tarzo's obviously playing quite strong. You've got Goldie as well, who's doing really well. If they just keep improving, you're just going to end up with one superior team.
Yeah.
Pretty much for the same as they were bought on the first season.
Yeah. So there's not a lot of teams being announced so far, which is understandable. I mean, we've still got a long time until, well, not a long time, but over a month until.
Well, over a month. You've still got 6 races left. That's a month and a half.
Yeah. So, and I would have thought
probably about 2.5.
Yeah. So probably about a couple of months, I would have thought.
Well, I can clarify that Ferrari have their season 5 team, but I'm not prepared to tell you who else is going to be there for season 5.
League 2 is going to be the same. This is my guess, by the way. League 2 is going to be the same, and you're either going to have Speed in or Jimmy. That's my guess.
I wouldn't be too surprised to see Jimmy go back there. I mean, obviously they were Ferrari teammates for the first 2 seasons. Was it Linds?
Yep, it was. Yep.
So pretty much Jimmy was his Rubens Barrichello. While Linds was winning everything, Jimmy was coming second. He let Jimmy win 2 races in one of those seasons.
I felt sorry for him.
That was it.
I thought he deserved a few wins, so I just handed him over to him.
I mean, I think the team I'm interested in would be the Sauber team. What they're going to do, obviously with Jam in charge.
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
I mean, I actually don't know the Sauber team.
I've got a feeling that Jam might go for you, Bota.
Really?
Yeah,
he hasn't made any approaches yet. I mean,
I think
I've
give it
put
time.
some offers on the table too.
Why you have to be mad?
What the hell was that?
Joe's playing funny buggers.
Because he's pretty much got a brand new team, hasn't he?
I'm listening.
Because Sauber were the reserve driver team this year, so Jam pretty much has a clean slate to go on. He can pick any 3 drivers he wants.
Yep. Yeah, I've got a feeling he's going to go for youth though, but
you don't know. He might do what he did last season. Well, what he ended up being.
This way, if you had any offers.
I have talked to 2 team owners. Obviously everyone knows that I've had an offer from Matty, but that's depending on if I get like 80 points and a certain amount of other stuff as well. I believe I literally just need the 80 points now. And I have talked to one other team owner.
Do you care to tell us who that is?
I'd rather keep it quiet.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Can you tell us what letter the team owner starts with?
It's one between A and Z.
Alright, okay, well that clears everything up.
Wait, what? For crying out loud, Bonner.
Well, it's a bit hard. I could just like, every single person, there's 3 M's. So it's not an M. I'll give you that. How about that?
It's not an M.
Right.
Right.
So it's not Lotus who have already confirmed their drama team. It's not Williams. It's not Mercedes.
Right, okay.
Oh, I know who that is then. Yeah, okay.
So if I was Jam, I'd be looking at possibly trying to bring him on.
That would be a good signing.
Because I'm assuming, obviously, if he's going to move up from League 2 to League 1, he's probably not going to have a ridiculously high price tag.
Yeah.
He's probably going to be about the 25 to 30 million pound tag, depending on, obviously going on what it was like this season. And then it frees him up a bit for his League 2. He can go for two of the up and coming drivers. He can go for someone like Tuna Fish and someone else, or Tough Man and someone else, obviously depending on how the finances go.
No, God!
What?
What are you doing, Joe?
I'm not doing anything. I swear.
It's obvious you are, because you just hear this noise and about 2 minutes later, as we start talking to you, you stick your mic back on your head.
No, I'm doing some other things. But yeah. So obviously we've had McLaren announced, Lotus announced,
Red Bull, Williams and Force India.
Red Bull haven't been announced, have they? I think.
They've only got their Thunderstorm as their team owner. They've lost both League 1 drivers by the looks of things. Obviously, Jam going to Sauber and Clarkey provisionally signing for McLaren.
I wonder who could go there then.
Thunderstorm's pretty much got a brand new team.
I reckon Billy could be a potential target for Red Bull.
Yeah.
I mean, I think some drivers are going to find it hard this next season. I mean, there's quite a few. Obviously, there's a few new drivers coming in as well that have showed a few bit of pace. I was one of those that was a bit wary of going. I don't really want to try and find a team this early on. Want to kind of wait to the end of the season, and now it's sort of like there's some quick drivers coming in, need to find a team.
Yeah.
So I have heard rumours that a new league structure may be in next season, which could scupper some of these provisional plans.
Well, yeah, you never know.
Like I said, it's just rumours. I'm not going to name who told them to me.
Well, go on, tell us.
You have already mentioned this name, but we won't
It was an
record it.
admin member, but it wasn't Taffman, Tarzo, or Lindsay.
Okay. That narrows it down.
Yeah, that narrows it down to a lot of people.
His name begins with M and rhymes with Betty.
God, Bonner, you're so good at this game.
Yeah. So.
It's team owner of Mercedes.
So Mercedes, I might as well reveal now. I'm going to Mercedes. That's where I'm going.
Are you?
Yep. So.
Really?
Unless, of course, I complete my contract offer, which he's already offered me, and has to sign me according to his deal.
No. Matty told me the other week that he was thinking about signing you, but he thought that was ages ago, and he didn't actually think that you were going to do it. So he changed his mind. So
to be fair, I think when he put it up, no one thought I was going to do it.
Yeah. No, I'm only kidding. I'm not going to work, but I do have a spot. So, yeah.
Would it be?
So you've been given a team?
Red Bull or Williams, possibly.
Oh, he's quiet.
I think we've narrowed it down to Red Bull or Williams. Do you want to give a hint to which one it is?
Does it start with an R?
It might. How do you spell Williams?
Will it give you wings?
LLAMS. That's how you spell Williams, isn't it?
Will it give you wings? Yes or no?
It will keep me up all night.
I'm not sure if that still means Red Bull, if that's going to be Williams now.
Confusion. Da da da.
I guess we'll see in a month's time.
Yeah. When are the season 5 details coming out? Is it after the last race, you said?
Yeah, after Bahrain, we'll put the price tags up.
Okay, very nice.
I'm assuming it'd just be based on how drivers have done this year.
Yep, it will be.
I'm going to stop scoring points just to let everyone know. I'm going to be really cheap next year.
In what terms, in F1XL or?
Yeah, both. In many terms as you can think of. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting next season. I mean, obviously, if there is going to be a new league structure, it does kind of scupper the plans of people who've already gone, we've got our team sorted.
Yeah. Joe's after it again.
What? I actually don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, that's just ridiculous, Joe.
But yeah, I mean, I'm happy. I've got a position in the team for next season, so all you guys, I don't care if you get drives or not. But
I think Lindsay's pretty safe with his drive. I've heard rumours that he's probably going to stay with Ferrari.
It'd be funny if, like, the owner of the site lost his drive, wouldn't it? That would be flipping hilarious.
It'd be funny if the owner of the site and owner of a team didn't get a drive.
Yeah. He's like signed so many people. Oh crap! I haven't given myself a drive.
Sorry, Joe. I've had to cancel your contract.
Yeah. Oh my god. But yeah, so season 5, 2 months' time.
This is where Ferrari is going to start performing well.
In your head.
Yeah. What season 5 or just now till season 5?
No, season 5.
So
season 5 is when we're going to. Not giving up, but we're taking the rest of this season is like a learning curve.
Fair enough.
Apart from Matty, obviously, who's just going to try and ruin your learning curve.
Well, I can see Matty scoring high points, but you know, that'll be a good way for him to lead the team to get high points and take it with him to Mercedes.
All right then. Well, Bonta, I'll ask you these questions because Linds knows where the majority of people are going. Who do you think will be going to Merc alongside Matty?
I don't know. I wouldn't be overly shocked to see Alex go there.
Okay, what about?
I think Matty could have a pick of any driver he wants in the league. I think Alex has shown good enough pace out of the top drivers left. I might go for Alex.
Yeah. Williams.
Williams is my key, so you've got 2 new drivers. I'd expect Speed to stay there unless he gets an offer from possibly Force India or Sauber. As for the second driver, don't really know. Could be Saigon coming up. Mikey might take a punt on him. Okay. Or a new driver that joins.
Red Bull?
Red Bull. I know quite a few drivers don't really want to drive for Red Bull. I think for Thunderstorm he might. I may end up going there. I don't know. New driver, maybe Joe.
Please no. What?
Joe might go there. You know, you never know. Joe might get partnered with me. But obviously, I haven't talked to Thunderstorm at all, so it's just pure speculation from my part. Okay. Hint, Thunderstorm.
What about who have we got left? Sauber.
Got Sauber left. Obviously, with Jam in control, pretty much double world champion. Looking set also to take the Constructors' Championship as well. He can pretty much pick anyone he wants. It's going to be a tough one for him, obviously. Quite a few of the good drivers have already moved on. I'd probably go Zygon again. I think he might try and go for Zygon just as the new driver. He's moving up from Lead 2 like Clarkey did last season. I don't know if Jam took Clarkey under his wing. Doesn't seem like the thing.
Champion partnership again then.
Yeah, could well be.
Yeah, fair enough. And finally, Fruit Loops, Force India.
I know Fruit Loops' mate's joined. I don't know his name. Sorry, Adam.
High speed.
That one is pretty much what I'd go for, really.
Yeah. Nope, fair enough.
Unfortunately, I've only named myself one team, which is not good.
Yeah.
And I gave Alex a drive, which is not good at all.
Yeah. Well, fair enough. So yeah, guys, I think we'll end it there. Because this is getting towards, I think, 50 minutes long. I'm not actually entirely sure. Because I was speaking to Bonta a few times before, so...
Yeah, it's probably a bit
hour long. Oh
yeah.
my god. But yeah.
This is going to take forever for me to upload. Oh god.
No, it won't. It's
alright, guys. Just to let you know, we've recorded this on the 15th, and you'll actually listen to this on the 22nd.
Yeah.
Thanks, Bota. Thanks.
We've actually predicted the Abu Dhabi race results dead perfectly one day before. We did not record this on Monday at all.
Yeah. Absolutely. But yeah, so Linds, you're going to be editing this, so he has all the music and stuff planned, guys. So I hope you enjoyed the outro stuff that's hopefully playing in the background. It might not be, but we'll see what Linds has got planned for this, because he hasn't told me at all what he's planning to do. So hopefully it will be good. If not, then yeah.
I suck.
Fine.
Yeah. Well, I won't be able to tell you what to do, otherwise I'll end up being sacked. So yeah. So thanks for listening, guys, and we'll see you next time.
See you guys.
Bye-bye.